Welcome back everyone. Today we're diving into ClayFighter, a game that hit the Super Nintendo back in 1993. And what makes this fighting game stand out is its unique twist. All the characters are actually made of clay. Developed by Visual Concepts and published by Interplay Entertainment, ClayFighter brought a whole lot of humor, unconventional fighters, and visually stunning clay aesthetics. In this review, I'll be taking a look at ClayFighter, discussing its strengths, weaknesses, and overall entertainment value. Let's begin at the beginning, the graphics. One of the standout features of ClayFighter is its visually striking claymation art style. The characters and stages are meticulously designed with each fighter showcasing their own unique clay animations and exaggerated expressions. The attention to detail in the clay models is truly commendable, as the developers really put in the effort to bring the charm of claymation into the digital world. However, it's important to note that due to the limitations of the Super Nintendo hardware, you might notice some slight pixelation or a lack of finer detail seen in the more advanced platforms. Next up is gameplay. ClayFighter offers a lighthearted and accessible approach to the fighting game genre. You get to choose one of the eccentric clay fighters and engage in battles against opponents in different arenas. The controls are relatively simple, using a combination of directional inputs and button presses to perform attacks, special moves, and combos. The gameplay strikes a nice balance between easy enough for newcomers to pick up and providing enough depth to satisfy experienced players. What sets ClayFighter apart is its ability to stretch, squash, and morph characters during battles, allowing for some really creative and unexpected maneuvers. This adds a unique twist to the traditional fighting game formula and contributes to the game's overall charm. However, it's worth mentioning that the character balance and movesets may not be as refined and complex as those found in more well-known fighting game franchises. This could potentially affect the game's longevity and competitive appeal for hardcore fighting game enthusiasts. Music and sound. The audio in ClayFighter perfectly complements its quirky and humorous tone. The sound effects effectively convey the impact of punches, kicks, and special moves, enhancing the overall experience of the battles. The music, while not particularly memorable, matches the game's lighthearted atmosphere. The audio elements, while not groundbreaking, do their job of immersing players in the clay-filled world of ClayFighter. Now on to humor and presentation. ClayFighter's biggest selling point is its humorous and irreverent style. The game fully embraces its claymation aesthetic and delivers witty one-liners, puns, and slapstick comedy throughout the gameplay experience. The character animations of victory poses further enhance the comedic elements, making ClayFighter an enjoyable and lighthearted experience for players of all ages. However, it's important to note that the humor can be subjective, so some players may find the jokes repetitive or lacking in depth, depending on personal preferences. When it comes to replay value, ClayFighter offers a moderate amount. This is mainly due to its roster of distinctive and amusing characters. The game provides various single-player modes, including a story mode and a tournament mode, as well as a two-player versus mode for multiplayer battles. It's worth mentioning that the lack of additional features, unlockables, or deep character progression systems might limit its long-term appeal. Nevertheless, ClayFighter's charm and its roster of quirky fighters might encourage players to revisit the game for casual multiplayer sessions or to take a nostalgic trip into the era of claymation-inspired gaming. So to wrap things up, ClayFighter successfully stands out from other fighting games of its time with its unique claymation art style, humor, and accessible gameplay mechanics. The visually appealing clay character models, accompanied by humorous animations and creative battle mechanics, make for an entertaining and distinctive experience. However, it's important to acknowledge that compared to more prominent fighting game franchises, ClayFighter might lack the same level of character balance, movesets, and depth, which can impact its long-term appeal to dedicated fighting game enthusiasts. Nonetheless, if you're looking for a lighthearted and offbeat fighting game on the Super Nintendo, ClayFighter is definitely a worthwhile choice. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. What are your thoughts on ClayFighter? I used to play this all the time with my cousin. We'd rent it and we would play it, and he was always better than I was. I've never been good at fighting games. But I'd like to know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked this video, please leave a like. If you didn't, that other button seems to work pretty well too. If you're new here, please consider subscribing for a plethora of gaming related content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.